Hey everybody, it's Davie. Before the podcast starts, I just want to let you know that my short film, Emily, just came out. It's going to be in the description below. I would really appreciate it if you watched it. It was a passion project for sure. And, it took time out of this channel, but I appreciate your patience. We've been talking about it for so long. I've been talking about it for so long. And I'm really excited for you guys to watch it. So it would mean the world to me if you did. Anyway, it'll be in the description. Enjoy the show. Thanks. It's been a while since we've recorded.
Obviously, now we have a Coca-Cola in our hand.
I just said I didn't want it. What's it called? Welcome to Read 'em and Scream. Episode 2, I guess. Last time we didn't call it that, but I'm gonna retroactively call.
Do you know we have Uzumaki here?
No. I'm counting Don as well.
Oh, this is gonna be one big episode about it?
I'll put 2 episodes this month.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'll put Don out first because it's most topical. But you'll be seeing 2 Read 'em and Scream episodes this month. Don, and then...
I guess Don does have to do with scary things.
I mean, there's an essay scene. That's pretty scary. So let's jump right into it. So, I made a video recently, and I'm going to put the mic a little closer to me. Fuck, that hurt. I made a video recently.
It's like poised to attack you, man.
Mm-hmm. I made a video recently, and it was on TikTok, and basically the anime men, who I don't know, I'm not familiar with their content really at all.
I see them, but it's always like sponsored.
Yeah. Every time I see it, when I see sponsored, I always scroll. So they made a video, and I guess it was for a bigger video. Like, it was a whole music video for the Dun opening. I didn't watch it. I saw a clip of it. Looked pretty cool. But I made a video because they recorded the reenactment of the abduction scene.
Yeah. Where
Momo is strapped to the chair. And by the way, if you haven't read Dun, go do that. We're going to be talking about it very in depth for the first arc at least. They reenact the scene where she's strapped to the chair. And I was like, I don't find that tasteful because what's the joke? Because it was like a setup scene with the camera filming it with them standing around her. And like the scene was about an assault. It looks like you're filming a porn scene.
It definitely feels like, hey, we're doing a porn parody.
Yeah.
And I honestly scrolled every time because I didn't even know the anime man did that till you told me. But I've seen it several times.
I don't even think we talked about it.
I meant like your video.
Oh.
But like every time I scroll, I'm like, I don't care about the porn parody for Don.
Yeah. And my thing was like, I saw that and I was like, that's weird. Like, what a weird thing to do. And, I took the video down only because I still stand by what I said. But I also went on about how, like, if you have the budget, why not do something cool? Which they did. So, like, that part feels kind of pointless now.
Yeah.
So I took the whole video down. But I stand by the point that, like, that was weird. But I also think it, like, reinforces that whole, like, gooner anime fan kind of, like,
stereotype. Some, like, fucking guy who can't, like, who's, like, media illiterate fucking gooner. It was like, oh, yeah, that was some fan service right there.
A lot of people. I see that all the time, and I've made like 3 videos about it at this point. Because like I don't like that scene does not feel hot at all.
It feels incredibly uncomfy.
Yeah,
the whole time.
I remember I warned you about that like immediately.
Yeah, you had to. I would have dropped it.
Yeah, which like for anyone who doesn't know, Dandadan's first chapter, trigger warning. There's like a depiction of essay, an attempted essay, for the main character, and it's uncomfortable. I think. Whether or not it's tasteful, I think that's a discussion that I don't even think we're fit to have. I think it works in the sense that it is... The whole story is going to be like that, I think. I think there are a lot of people saying like, oh, the first chapter's like that, the rest isn't like that. I don't think that's true.
So, the way it seems to be with Dandadan is like, tragedies are what bear... Like, a lot of characters are tragic. Like, yeah. It's hard to explain. So I remember I talked about like, how the fuck is this inspired by Berserk? I understand it more now that I've gotten to the 6th volume and I've kind of like backed up and looked at it instead of being like, I get it. Like I like trying to dive a second layer deep. I'm like, okay, I get it. It's like these are all tragic individuals who are like well supported though. They're strong but like tragic characters.
Mm-hmm.
Like Okarun got his fucking cock stolen. Like, as funny as that is, like I fucking love Danny Mata's reaction to that.
Yeah.
I'll let you suck on my teeth, boy. Oh yeah, fucking love that, man.
I think it's really funny because it is a funny.
Yeah,
They present it in a very lighthearted and fun way.
yeah, but it's probably like the scariest shit that I would ever have. Like that would genuinely like terrify a normal human being.
And like someone taking your genitals is like most likely a metaphor.
Yeah,
Yeah. So it's like, yeah, it's a very scary thing, and everything that they go through involves their bodies and or something very close to them. And I think that's an important thing to let someone know is like, hey, this story is not going to pull its punches.
yeah.
It's going to present it in a way that's quirky, but it's going to be very.
You read this volume, right?
Yeah.
All right, cool.
So we have volume 5 here. I would have put volume 1 out if I had it, but my friend's borrowing it. I think we should keep it to like the first arc.
Yes, but I do want to bring up characters that come up vaguely.
Yeah.
So the other characters that do come up later, the way that they're portrayed in their introductionary arc, and the situations they're put in, I'm like, okay, these make sense with what they're doing with the story. There's no plot yet.
No.
I would like to point out there's no like overarching plot unless
the plot so far is that the aliens and ghosts are after them, but that's really it. It's very loose.
Well, after them is not the ghosts aren't even after them.
The ghosts really aren't, but the aliens are. They want their banana organs.
Yeah, but that's just people in general. They just happen to be after these individuals.
Yeah.
But it's a very delicate balance that the author is working with of comedy within tragedy. And I think they're doing okay.
Yeah.
It is, like I said, a very delicate balance.
I think they're finding their footing.
Yeah.
And I think Dandadan has the potential to be just like a banger series.
Like them being like, hey, we want your banana organ while he has like his like fucking digital penis about to like do horrific things to the main character. Like that's comedy and tragedy right there.
Yeah.
And like I said, very delicate. And them being like, we're going to take your banana organ. Meanwhile, that guy doesn't have a penis right now.
Yeah.
He is a grandma.
Yeah. I think
I love Turbo Granny, unironically.
No, I do too. I think they're great. I think the big thing is like, I think so far the worst part about Dandadan has been the fans.
So here's the thing. If you love something, don't talk to the fans.
Yeah.
Talk to a fan. And that's fine.
Yeah.
Because you can be like, wow, that's a weird guy if he's like stupid. But if I talk to you about something you're a fan of and I'm a fan of, we're going to have a discussion. I'm not going to have to deal with a gooner.
Yeah.
You talk to me about
I'm gonna have to deal with the gooner, but you fuck. I went for the joke. You're like, I'm just gonna.
Well, I was already making the joke.
I saw you. My eyes lit up. What's it called?
I don't know why that's in my brain.
I'm
playing too much Pokemon lately.
I think the big thing that I've noticed with the not even fans, just the greater anime manga escape, has been everyone is gooning. Not everyone. A vocal minority have been gooning with the anime.
Yeah. And in my opinion, that's causing like a knock-on effect of other half people think that's what it's for.
Yeah, it's like the Denji thing.
Yeah,
it's like very similar to Denji being like a gooner when that's really not what the story is about. I saw somebody like made a tier list of who's like a good like pure character and who's an asshole, and they put Denji at the bottom. And I was like, the whole time Denji's trying to figure out what human connection is because everybody keeps raping him.
Yeah, Denji like literally is like he is. I brought this up last time we talked about it. He's a product of his environment.
Yeah,
and he does he's like a great like showing of that.
Yeah,
he never had like a norm like he was like what raised by his fucking in debt grandfather or something or whatever, and like that's all put on him.
His dad.
Like it's a very clear showing of someone who is living a cycle of abuse, and he like for all intents and purposes is like completely like trying to live his best life in that.
Yeah, he's about as good as a guy you could possibly be,
honestly,
from that upbringing. And I like that story a lot. And I feel like I'm gonna like Dandadan the more it keeps going. Like I've read volume 5. I thought I had volume 6, but that never came in, so I haven't read volume 6.
I might have brought it.
I might borrow it from you.
I guess I can like actually look instead of just gesture at
Well,
my
we can
bag.
check after. The amount of bits like that I have to cut out from every episode are so funny, and it's always you. Um, the so far up to volume 5, I really like it. I can tell it's gonna get better.
I had a problem in volume 3. I already talked about this. I think it was volume 2 or 3, where randomly they were like, "We need to be more hydrodynamic," and then they all just strip. I was like, Why did you do that?
Yeah, yeah.
You ain't swimming."
I thought about that too, and I was like, I guess that makes sense,
So this is like
but also it's fiction. You know what I mean?
yeah. I was like, it doesn't need to make sense. There, the aliens just filled this with not even the aliens. I think what the Loch Ness monster
Yeah.
filled the fucking school with water. Like, I don't care.
Mhm.
You don't need to do that. Sorry, spoilers.
I think they wanted everyone to just be a reason to be like, they're in their underwear. Oh my god.
Yeah, but I also hate that.
Yeah. I'm not saying I like it.
On top of that, I hate the misunderstanding trope. I'm not going to get into it in case some people actually like that. Because some people apparently love that.
It's a specific type of. I think
Yeah.
there's good ways to do it.
It's
I think if you wrap it up like very quickly after, it's fine, which they did.
Yes, but even a moment of it made me go, I don't want to read this.
Yeah. I remember you telling me that, and then I read on, and I was like, I don't know what he's on about. This shit rules. Because there are things we disagree on. Sparking Zero came out. I'm sorry, I'm gonna derail a little bit. I understand why you probably didn't enjoy it. Like I when you told me you were not gonna play it anymore, I totally understood.
Not that I was not going to play it anymore. I refunded it.
You might as well. Like if you're not gonna play it, might as well refund it. Because I could totally understand where you're coming from.
Yeah. I don't play online PvP games. I don't play fighting games. Like Smash was like a very niche exception because it's like a platformer.
Yeah.
Like a weird platformer fighting game. And then I just wasn't having fun. I was like, how do I dodge again? And I opened up the commands menu, and they assaulted me with like 1,000 different. Hey, if you dragon dash while pressing A, you'll do this. But if you press AB while they're doing this, and I was like, brother,
they have a really good practice mode.
Button is dodge. Yes, but I wasn't in. Yeah, but here's the thing: the tutorial didn't tell me any of that shit. They were like, here's how you charge. Here's how you fight. Here's how you block. Here's how. And yeah, that is all you should need.
My thing is like,
but when I was looking for that, I was like, "What the fuck is all this?" They also didn't teach me how to do a Kamehameha. So I was like, "How do I transform? How do I do this?" Eventually, I figured it out.
I think it's very fun to, because so far I've been like really testing out the movement to like the very limits I could possibly get. Because I'm playing Videl, and Videl has no beam attacks for her specials. All her attacks are melee. So it's very rough to get combos going. She also can't teleport behind enemies to chain combos. Yeah. So it's a mix up because they expect that to happen and that doesn't, and so I mix them up like that. But her starting health is very low. So it's like if they chain me in a combo, I'm fucked. If I keep the pressure right away, I'm good. And it's been very fun to really test that out because everyone's playing fucking Gogeta Blue, and he's like one of like it's not balanced. So if there's someone who is stronger in verse, they are the better characters in the game. Which is really funny.
Obviously.
Which is really funny. Like Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. Oh, fuck. That matchup sucks. With Videl? Yeah, not a good matchup. Master Roshi is also somebody that pops up kind of a bit. But Yajirobe is like one of the best characters in the game.
Which doesn't make any sense.
You know, he is only because he has a Sensu Bean. So you can fight knockout, like, because you can have like 5 characters at a time, but there's like a point system, so you can't like only stack Gogetas, you know what I mean? So everybody has a value. Yajirobe's value is 2 out of 15. So you can have Yajirobe on your team. He has a Sensu Bean for 5 counters of his like gauge or whatever. And if you're low on health, you'll get brought to full health with the Sensu Bean. So if you're just fighting and staying alive for a bit, you'll have a Sensu Bean on deck. So when a Yajirobe is using a Sensu Bean and you can't find him for whatever reason, it's fucked. So you have to kill him really fast. And the matchup's fun because I don't lose to that matchup, but it is very annoying. Yeah, but I think it's fun. But that's one of the things I derailed a little bit. But that's one of those things where I'm like, yeah, I can understand. When you told me about Dandadan, I was like totally not seeing what you were picking up, what you were putting down.
So I'm very picky about stories that I was worried. So I kind of came into this pre-tilted. I actually came in. Never mind. I'm not going to talk about that anymore. I came into it a little pre-tilted with the scene because you warned me about it. I was like, okay, but like it hung in my mind still.
Yeah.
So I bought the rest of the volumes in like the set or in the set. I bought the next like 3 or 4 volumes together. And when I was reading it, I was like, all right, I'm going to try and understand this more. And the little things just kept popping out. It was like having a beautiful like white canvas and then someone put like a little bit like a fucking like shit right there.
Yeah.
And it was sticking out to me.
Yeah. That's fair. I think
I also kind of like didn't really like that girl for a bit.
Oh, pink hair girl?
No,
Or
the main
Momo.
character.
I love Momo.
I have my problems. She is a character archetype that has to be done well for me.
Yeah. I think so far, I really like Momo.
I like the pink haired girl.
She's quirky and weird.
She's delusional and I love her.
Yeah, I think it's funny that she's just not in her right mind.
Yeah. I think it's really funny that she's just like not listening.
Yeah, that's the best part, is that she's just like intentionally being ignorant.
Yeah.
And that's so funny. Like, because it's not frustrating, because it's like, if she just like didn't understand, I'd be like so frustrated. She just doesn't care. Yeah. And that's funny. I think Momo is a very strong lead, and I think it's very rare to like look at a shonen and be like, oh yeah, here's a female lead.
Yeah.
I think the only one I can think is Soul Eater a shonen? I don't think it was in Shonen Jump.
Isn't it? I think it's Yen Press now.
I don't know. I don't own any Soul Eater. But I want to say it's a shonen.
I would give it shonen status.
Yeah. And that has a female lead, which is like a breath of fresh air. I think of that. Obviously, it's a lot different. I think Momo and Maka are two very different characters for sure. Yeah. But I like her dynamic with Ken. I that's kind of a spoiler, but whatever.
Just don't talk about it.
Yeah. But I like her dynamic with him. And I think they're very fun. And the anime has been fucking great. The anime is amazing. It's such a palate cleanser from Blue Lock.
I have not watched it at all.
It's so good. It's like I highly recommend, because you could tell it's like a passion project from people who really give a fuck.
So like you keep telling me to watch shit because like it's good, but I've read it.
Yeah.
Like, I don't need to watch it. It's the same thing, but like moving.
Yeah, but sometimes there's just an added thing, you know what I mean? Like sometimes you can read something and still the animation can like elevate it. In the case of Jujutsu Kaisen, I think that book is dog shit, but the anime is pretty good.
I could not get through it.
I will not ask you to. What do you mean you couldn't get through it? You got through Jujutsu Kaisen.
The anime.
Oh, I was about to say.
I was like,
you read that shit all the way
to completion.
To completion.
That was to get my buddy to watch Steins Gate.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, you were hoed.
I was already like halfway done though.
I don't care. That ending sucks ass.
Absolutely. Also, I fucking hate this stand. I forgot about it. There we go.
I feel so validated when everybody was like, I think Jujutsu Kaisen's bad. And
I felt like, so I was hating on this, like, I think like way longer than Davie has. Just because like, you know, Davie started
to give it a chance.
Yeah.
Too.
Also, like season 1 wasn't like bad. Because you started watching it, right? Before reading it? Yeah.
Well, you gave me the first volume.
Yeah.
When you bought it. That's when I read it.
That's right, because the first few volumes were fine. I bought the first 2 and I lent one to Davie. At AX, I think our first AX
year. So
he was. They were like, "Oh yeah, interesting, good." And eventually, I kept reading. And I went, "Oh, it's dog shit." But Davie hadn't gotten there yet.
Yeah, and then I got there, and I was like, "Oh, it's dog shit."
And it just keeps getting worse.
Well, my thing with Jujutsu Kaisen, I think it's the worst parts of Hunter x Hunter, a story that I really like. But it's like you took the worst parts of that story, and we're like,
read the new chapters.
Not yet.
I've not
actually that's not true. I've read the first of the new chapters.
I think isn't there just one?
Oh, okay. I thought there were more. So yes, I have. I have read the first chapter.
Is it a bunch of paragraphs in it?
Kinda, but I fuck with it heavy. It's not like that bad.
Yeah, but I have to start from the beginning to get all the way there because I forgot everything. So I'm gonna have to get through all of Hunter x Hunter again, and then have to read a paragraph.
Yeah. Then a light novel, and then back to the good stuff. Yeah. It's very like this next chapter is very Kurapika heavy, and I fuck with that all the time.
Aren't they all?
Sometimes they're just like other people with the boat fucking around and doing shit, and that's when I get bored.
Fucking hate the boat.
I hate the little war that's happening. But now there's some stuff being added to it where I'm like, oh, that's kind of cool. So now I'm kind of liking it again. But I'll let that be so I don't spoil anything.
I feel like too many people are cocksuckers for like mediocre media.
I mean, yeah, we like Yu-Gi-Oh.
I'm thinking really hard about like people who were like, oh, once My Hero and JJK end, like what is there? Shonen's gonna have a lot of trouble.
Oh, I saw that too. No, it's not.
Yeah, absolutely not. Also, there's like they list a bunch of things like all these just finished. Demon Slayer's been done for a while.
Oh yeah.
If you're talking about manga, a lot of these have been done for a while or are not even close to being done.
Yeah.
And I was just like, please don't be this disingenuous.
Yeah, because like JJK ended, it's like okay.
No, it's awful.
Yeah, it's like it's okay. It's
My Hero ended. I like a lot of people hate the My Hero ending. I was literally like,
I was okay with it. Yeah,
I was like, that's fine.
It's fine. Because I think it works for what it is.
It works for who Deku is as an individual.
Yeah, my thing is like...
On top of that, Deku's never been like my draw to it. My draw has always been the villains.
Yeah.
I fucking love the villains so much.
My thing is like, people were always like, when I saw the people, and I won't spoil the ending, but people were very like, oh, it's a little somber. Like a little bit. And I was like, that was Deku from the jump. Deku was kind of a pessimist. His first line was, people are not born equal. That's like that's one of the first things he says. Like, he was always kind of pessimistic about it.
People were like, he should have been dating someone. Like, brother, that's not what this is about.
But I'm also like, that's high school. You know
that being said, everyone who drew fan art of Deku and that dinosaur lady he saved, I love you. Because it does. I'm like, looking at it, I'm like, fuck, this is really cute.
I think the only real criticism that I've kind of agree with was like...
I understand that one. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Well, I was going to say is the... if you're going to hype up Deku and Ochako, the entire book would have no payoff. I don't care if it doesn't happen. I just think that's bad writing.
I think it's fine.
I think it's fine that it doesn't happen. I also agree that it's like, okay, if you're going to keep writing about it, just don't write about it. Just use the pages for other shit. You know what I mean? It's like the opposite effect of like of Naruto, where it's like, hey, give us more with Hinata. You know what I mean? Because there is some good stuff with Naruto and Hinata there, but like not enough to like be
not
like
nearly enough.
Not enough at all. The parts that are there,
hold up,
really
completely good. Because you put us on this tangent.
Yeah,
is there a line in what's called where like Sakura says while Sasuke's leaving, even if I have my parents, if you leave, I'll be lonely? Or was that just in the anime?
It might just be in the anime. I don't have that book.
Yeah, I do, funnily enough. I could have just checked before. But, like, that's crazy.
The anime really does Sakura dirty. There's so many changes.
Yeah.
They make her, like, way more annoying. Like, I think people who hate Sakura have to be anime onlys.
Well, even in the manga, it's not, like, great light. But that's just
it's not great, but it's way worse in the anime. They're
like, it's the difference between a do-nothing and a fucking active fucking antagonist.
Mm-hmm. I like, so one of the things I like about the anime interpretation of Sakura is like when Sakura can be like mean and kind of prissy. I think it's fun. I think that's a lot of fun. There's like a filler episode where like I forgot
you like femdom.
I forgot what the context was, but Neji was just like, Sakura, punch Naruto with no hesitation. She just knocks Naruto out. And I think it's so fun. But I also understand that interpretation being really mean spirited in the context of the actual canon stuff. I don't know.
I'm a certified filler hater, so I'm never gonna see it.
Yeah.
I mean, I might see it but like that's for other reasons.
I think there is some good filler.
I don't care. Here's the thing: I don't care if there's good filler. I don't like movies like about this shit unless like there's a chance of it being canon. I don't like filler episodes, no matter how good it is. One Piece, fuck all of that filler. Everyone's like, "Oh, this is good filler." I don't care.
If the book is that long, a filler episode is just annoying and breaks the pacing. I think there is good filler in the sense that if the adaptation can add things that make the book stronger, it's great. Naruto, for example, has a whole episode of Shikamaru processing his grief for Asuma, and it makes the character stronger. Okay, and it's the best episode in the show.
So filler episodes are different. That I'm fine with. Filler arcs are where I'm leaning towards, because those I'm like, this. None of this is canon. Like anything that they do, anything that they could do, this can't be like thought about in the future because it can't be real.
Mm-hmm.
Like fucking Vegeta blowing up a planet on his way out, where he stands outside of his pod to blow up a planet.
Yeah,
In
because now he can breathe in space. Yeah. It's just like when the animation staff has kind of no foresight of the implications of what they're doing, because children are not going to understand filler episodes.
Exactly. That's why I brought up that one in specific, because people were like, "Oh, he can blow up planets, though."
Yeah, it's like, no, he can't.
That's when Emily told me it was filler, and I went, "What does that mean?"
Yeah. I remember, because that does make it so weird of why he could not. He did beat Goku. He did. But, like, he should have throttled everybody if that was the case.
He did.
well, he didn't throttle Yajirobe until... No, actually, no, he did. He started punching him against the rock. Not killing him.
Yajirobe, instead of, like, a cyanide pill in his teeth, he has a sensu up there.
Banger bit.
Thank you.
I think... God, I fucking hate Yajirobe. I was talking about that on TikTok earlier, like, maybe a couple days ago. I feel like if there's any arc or any book that we ever redo just because of purely the quality of the episodes, I think eventually we'll have to cover Dragon Ball again at some point.
Yeah.
And God, I'm gonna be a lot meaner to Yajirobe than I was.
Yeah, I was hating on him, but you were like, no, and I was like, no, kill him.
Because I was also like, this arc sucks, but I was like, God, no, you're right. Yajirobe, the existence of Yajirobe is so baffling
and meaningless.
How is someone that fucking strong
just out there?
Just a wild child.
Exactly.
Like, what the fuck? Goku, like, he didn't need that fucking Roshi training. It's so weird.
Goku is like a classically trained wild child. And Yajirobe was just like, I'm just here. I eat.
He literally was like, yeah, I just climbed that tower. That's it. Literally, for no reason, he climbed Korin's tower. He climbed Korin's tower.
Yeah, but
it took Goku so long to do that. Or no, it took Goku training. It's like he couldn't have, like, it's so much build up and training before that point, and he got up there. Yajirobe was able to do it just because with Goku on his back. And then the Ultra Divine Water, I think that's the worst part of that arc. I think that should not have really existed.
I feel like if you take those two parts out of this, it gets like way
perfect.
Better.
It's a perfect run. If that's not the case,
I might like stop hating Evil Demon King Piccolo.
Because I think
I don't know why I said that like if you're President King Bradley.
I think without those two things, I think from the beginning being the worst arc, onwards to until the Boo arc, it's a perfect run.
I would call it a very like immaculate run. I wouldn't call it perfect.
Because I think the Cell saga has its problems. I think by far, if you go to like the end of Frieza saga, I think it's a perfect run. Cell is like has some fucky shit in there. They bring in time travel and things start to like kind of fuck itself a little bit.
I fucking hate ironic coming from me, but I hate when series that don't focus on time travel try and do time travel.
Yeah. For what it's worth, a very cool way to do it. Trunks is like the best.
Dragon Ball actually did it like probably the best.
Yeah. Like a very weird book to bring in time travel.
Yeah.
But it did, and it stuck, I think. I can't think of another example of time travel in a book.
Attack on Titan.
Yeah. I don't like that one.
I hate that's the only one I can think of though.
Yeah. It'd be really funny if they just started doing other books like that you're just not expecting, like Sakamoto Days, Mr.
Naruto. Boruto, I guess.
Yeah.
Didn't they do that in the anime?
It might be a filler though.
It is.
Okay. But I hear people like that one.
I don't care.
Fuck them.
Genuinely. Anyway, let's talk about Dandadan a little bit more.
Yeah, sorry, we do this. We get on tangents. So, okay, we haven't described what the fuck Dandadan's about. So Dandadan, if you haven't read it,
it's about aliens and ghosts.
And they're both real, and they have to deal with that. That's literally it.
They wrong. It's about, what are they called? Spirits, specifically, and cryptids. That's what I'm looking for. Cryptids specifically, not aliens. Cryptids.
Yeah. Extraterrestrial.
No
stuff. That's what they're calling it.
Oh yeah, that's right. They did say
UAPs. That's his whole thing.
Yeah. Sorry, I forgot that they were like, oh, they're actually aliens when they mentioned a different cryptid.
Yeah.
So I guess it is aliens and fucking ghosts.
Yeah. And it's really cool. I think it's really fun. The designs of all the aliens and cryptids are very well done.
It's too much setup for love triangles. I don't like that.
So far, I haven't read Volume 6. I don't know where they go with that further.
They literally, like, I'm gonna tell you right now, there's like nothing about it in Volume 6.
Okay. Yeah. Because like, we both know that Momo and Ogrun are just gonna end up together at some point.
I would love if that wasn't true. You have no idea how much I would love if that wasn't true.
You're like, he deserves better.
Not even that. Like,
I think they're both shitty to each other, and that's awesome.
Yeah. So I'm like, they are like perfect for each other. Like, funnily enough, like you guys, this is what you deserve.
Yeah. You are both awful people. You deserve each other.
I don't like that they're setting up for two separate love triangles here.
Yeah. But I think it's funny because like both of them don't want to be a part of those love triangles. They're like both the other characters are a little delusional in that way.
Yeah.
And I think that's awesome.
Funnily enough, I do like both of those side characters.
They're really fun.
Yeah.
At first, I thought the guy was going to be a little annoying.
Yeah, same. I had the same. So this is the exact point I brought up too, where I don't know if I like Dandadan.
Mm-hmm.
Is when we meet this guy and he was a little annoying.
Yeah.
That's
and then he grew on me.
Yeah, he just started being a bro, even like talking to Okurun. I was like, okay, fine.
Yeah, because he wasn't a dick to him.
Yeah.
I think that's also why I like Blue Box. Same thing happens where it looks like they're going to set up a love triangle, and then dude is just like a bro.
Spoilers.
There's like volume 2.
I haven't gotten that far. I only have the first one.
I thought you read it. You want to borrow it?
No.
I like Blue Box a lot.
Blue Box is fine. I also think that's set up in the first volume because I did know that.
Yeah.
I really like when they play badminton. He doesn't
Yeah.
play badminton. What does he play?
Yeah, he plays badminton.
No, he doesn't.
Yeah, he does.
No, he doesn't.
Yes, he does.
No, he doesn't.
No, he does. I'm not fucking with you. He plays badminton.
I thought it was the other one.
He plays badminton and she plays basketball.
I thought he was playing a different sport that was very close to badminton.
No, he's playing badminton. That's like
there was some way for me to check.
It's like his whole thing. Like he plays badminton.
Okay. I broke my ankle playing badminton.
Yeah. I messed up my wrist playing pickleball.
Who are you, Charlie? Don't lie to me. That was Charlie.
The fuck is Charlie?
Moist Critical.
Oh, no, I did that.
He did the same thing. I was actually literally about to bring it up, and then you said that. I was like, he's going to bring it up. And then he just said it with you, and I was like, what the fuck?
No, I did do that, yeah. It was in middle school. Where I didn't break it or nothing.
Same thing happened to Moist Critical.
They didn't break it or nothing. I just sprained it. And then remember,
pull up your mask. I knew it.
No, you weren't there, but you remember when my arm was messed up and Sarah, our percussion instructor put the mallet inside my little cast thingy, and I
do remember.
Yeah, I was playing pickleball.
Okay, Charlie.
You sounds like, who the fuck is Charlie?
Sorry, I'm on a first name basis with him.
If I found that out, I'd be so pissed. Not even because I want to meet him. I was like, bro, what the fuck? Why am I alone putting in the work on the fucking TikToks, brother? Get Charlie on.
Get him to edit our TikToks. Don't have him help.
Sorry, it's not. This has nothing to do with him. But I see a lot of streamer stuff on my. I don't follow streamers like at all. Asmongold. I've never seen a fucking more disgusting human being in my life, and people give a fuck about his opinion. Why?
Asmongold apologized for his dog shit take, and I was like,
immediately went back on it. I think.
I don't care. I went to the comments to see people because I was like, okay, people are gonna chew him up for this, being like, you're only apologizing because you're getting backlash. People in the comments were like, you used to be about never apologizing and you've changed. And I was like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
You've changed, man. You've changed. There was I'm not gonna get into this right now. I feel like it's not worth it.
It's not.
But with him, I just remember being like, he has a blood wall for his teeth blood.
You almost made me throw up. Don't do that.
And I was like, why would I ever care?
I had managed to forget about the fucking blood wall, man.
Teeth blood. And I was like, why? I was like, why the fuck would I ever give a fuck about his opinion on anything? He could agree with me and I don't give a fuck.
I might change my opinion.
Oh, man.
If he agreed with me, I would have to rethink what I'm saying.
Yeah, no, exactly.
Just in case.
If he came out and he was like, Dragon Ball Sparking Zero is actually one of the best games ever, and I was like, oh, this is dog shit. This is a dog shit game.
Esau was right.
Anyway, sorry, Don. Really good song, really good anime. But
Creepy nuts fucks, dude.
It does. They made the Mashal theme.
Yep.
Yeah. The one that everybody loves.
Yeah.
I need to fucking finish Mashal. I really liked it, and I just stopped.
I stopped collecting it because my volume 4 is fucked up.
Do they have a special edition for it, or is it just the...
Nah.
So I'm holding out, because I feel like if they give like special edition that looks exactly like Harry Potter books, I'd be like, fuck, yeah, I'm gonna get that.
That sounds sick. You should suggest that.
Hey, Mashal.
Shonen Jump does it. See, his name's also not Mashal.
Yeah, it is.
Mash.
Mash L.
Potter.
Yeah. Yeah, so Don, I really like the characters. The side character who I was really afraid of not enjoying. Sorry, we're talking about the other arcs. We're just gonna read it. Come back.
We're being vague enough that this isn't spoilers.
Yeah. The first arc with him that I left off on with Volume 5.
Mm-hmm.
Very tense moment in the house. And I was like, fuck, this is like really good. I really like this and this character. And I love that he's like, I'm just going to talk about it. Sorry, just read the book.
Like, leave now if you're not reading it.
Yeah. Boop, boop, spoiler alert. So I spoiled Naruto.
Same kills Dumbledore.
Fuck. When they're in the house and they're like, what's his favorite soccer team? And then he answers it, and I was like, oh fuck, when did he when they talk about that? And then he just looks over at the poster that was right there, and I was like, good stuff. Very tense set of scenes.
I forgot about what the fuck you were talking about because there's a big gap between me reading Volume 5 and reading Volume 6.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, I don't remember what happened here.
I love that fucking big worm creature immediately fucking kills them. I was like, man, I like this guy. Very cool.
It's crazy that the worm ended up being their 5th member.
Yeah. I just imagine the Don opening and there's just like a shot of a worm. Oh man, I can't wait to see that animated. So far everything looks really cool. Man, I don't want to give too much away, but it's like, fuck, like it's I really enjoy where it's going. I like the themes that it's touching. I like that it's not afraid to hold back. Like it's being tasteful while being very adult for Shonen Jump.
I can see the Berserk inspirations now.
Yeah. I think this and Chainsaw Man.
Speaking of Berserk, I've gotten all the way to Volume 11 since I've lent it to you.
I still need to read it.
That's 5 deluxe volumes.
I was talking to my friend about this because she's really into manga. In fact, we were talking and she was like, she's like, I want to be on your podcast, but not like as a guest. I want like a segment where I'll just pick up my phone, start recording and rambling. And I thought that'd be so funny.
About what?
That's the thing.
Okay.
It'll start with like Don and then she'll just go off on like a tangent or something. I thought that'd be so funny. And then she's one of my Lent Don too. So we were talking about it and I was like, man, I have Berserk and I want to read it, but like I know it's gonna be a lot. And so it's just been like I just have to be in like a mood to read it. I think that's my thing.
Absolutely. You need to be in the right headspace for that shit.
Yeah, and I think I just haven't been because I've just been like, I don't think today's the day. Same with Vinland Saga. I just haven't opened it either. I just need to. But I have been reading.
What have you been reading?
So I've been catching with on obviously. Sakamoto Days. I've read up to volume 3 of Notorious Stalker, and I do like it. I just need to read the rest. In chapter 1 of Gachi Okuda, so sick.
Bro, I'm like sucking Gachi Okuda's dick.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's fucking great. It's like not the one I've been hyping up the most, but in my opinion, it might be the best manga I've read this year. Like, I still like Notorious Stalker better.
Yeah.
But this might be the best thing I've read this year.
Yeah. I did the first chapter. I was like, this is sick. I'm going to keep reading it. And then I saw a really good video about
he
it.
was right.
I just saw a really good video about it from somebody who Zoe, somebody I follow, or we follow on TikTok, and they followed us back, and they have really good videos. They talk about it too.
Which one? Which one? Who?
Zoe.
Oh, Zoe. Sorry.
Yeah.
I thought you were just saying that like as a verbal tick.
They made a really good video about Gachikuta. And I had ordered it. No, I was already gonna buy it at that point, but I was like, that does look pretty sick. And so I went, got it, really liked it. I finally got Call of the Night. You know how long that shit took me to get. I saw it and I literally was like, oh, immediate grab. And it's funny is I may not like it, but it's just the fact that I've been looking for volume 1 forever.
If you don't like it, I'll take it off your hands. I actually do like this first volume. I also just like the aesthetic of Call of the Night. This is one of those ones I picked up and was like, wow, this is really good. And I read like 40 chapters of it, and then I went, all right. And then I went to sleep, and then I never picked it back up.
Yeah.
I blue locked this motherfucker.
Dude, I need blue lock chapters.
Oh, you also had Undead Unluck.
Yes. I got that because Kaiser Neko was like, it's really good.
I wouldn't have recommended it to you.
Yeah. You wouldn't have. But we disagree on a lot of stuff.
I don't think you'll like it. I love Undead Unluck.
Oh, okay. I heard because Kaiser Neko made a tweet. He was like, it's really hard to get through the beginning. It gets way better after that. And I was like, okay, yeah, I'll try it.
I also blue locked this motherfucker.
You want to explain what blue locking is?
Oh, sorry. So for blue lock, I had the first 2 volumes on my shelf because we sold them at my workplace. I read the first chapter, not volume, first chapter of Blue Lock, where they get to the Blue Lock. The guy explains it, and he's like, joy. And then the main character runs in, and then I went, wow, this is really fucking cool. And then I put it down, and I didn't touch it for 3 months until Davie was like, hey, you thought I would like Blue Lock. And I went, yeah, do you want to borrow it? And so I lent him volume 1. I lent my other friend volume 2, because I also got her on it. Keep in mind, first chapter. Haven't read anything else.
Yeah.
And then Davie fucking blitzed through the entire thing. It was like, we got to watch the movie. I've only read the first chapter, and I've given away both my volumes.
And I'm gay.
What if I just told you I turned it on and I didn't?
I don't know why I had that thought right now.
Double check?
No, I did.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I started reading it just to catch up, and then I went, wow, this is so fucking sick. How did I just leave this on my shelf for months?
Yeah, and then the Nagi movie fucking sucked ass.
Yeah, then it wasn't worth it.
Dude, I need those chapters to come out faster.
I think he might be on hiatus or something.
That I don't think so.
Because like a chapter hasn't come out in like months.
No, there's been a few chapters that came out.
Oh, then my Blue Lock series might be
a lot of them on manga decks right now.
Oh, manga decks
are there's like 3 chapters that aren't translated English yet. They're all fucking Brazil. And I'm like, fuck, I need them to like hurry up.
Portuguese?
It was the Brazilian flag. I didn't know what language they speak in Brazil. Do they speak Portuguese in Brazil?
Yes.
I didn't know that. I'm sorry, I'm not from fucking Brazil. I didn't know that. Okay. Fun facts with Esau. Actually, in Brazil they speak Portuguese.
Have you seen that? What's called like, oh, you speak Portuguese? Portuguese, but quack, quack. I don't know the full context, but it gets me every time.
So stupid. That's funny. How? So yeah, I need to finish those.
Speak Portuguese, cool.
I need to finish those because dude, I feel like we've been on the same fucking game for forever, and the game's been hype. But I just need to see like what I need to see how that character will get through. You know what I mean?
I gotta know, man.
I gotta know. Yeah, I'm so excited. I'm so excied.
Speaking of shit that's getting anime and has anime, we'll talk about those like really quick because I kind of want to just do news stuff right now.
Yeah.
Gachikuda's getting an anime.
Sick.
And I hope that it's done well. Apparently, it's got like a good studio. My brain is saying Madhouse, but I don't know what that means.
You need a good studio for that one for sure.
The art style. Hold up, I'm just gonna like fucking pull out. I love this one panel specifically. Nope. Like This panel goes so hard. Like, it's so well done. You can see it from here. I fucking love this panel. This is how I sold it to my buddy. So my buddy, I lent him a bunch of Hell's Paradise. I love Hell's Paradise, by the way, if you haven't read it. I don't know why my brain was like, you're Donald Trump now. Love Paradise. Sorry. I lent it to him, and he was bringing it back. He's like, "Oh, here's your volume of Gachi Akuda," and I was like, "Brother, I didn't lend you that. I don't know where you got it, because mine's on the shelf. I read it the other day."
Yeah.
So he's just like, "What the fuck?"
That's fun. That's funny. Where did I get this? Yeah, that's getting an anime. Sakamoto Days is getting one.
I feel so. I'm
Trailer
like,
looked really cool.
in my opinion, okay. I love to hear that, because in my brain, I'm like, I know Gachi Akuda has to be done well, so they're gonna do it well. But I feel like they might
Sakamoto Days.
Sakamoto Days.
Sakamoto Days needs to be done well. It needs a good animation staff, because like a lot of those jokes are slapstick.
Yeah,
and they only work if
done well.
Yeah.
I fucking love Sakamoto Days. I that being said, I'm like,
I didn't realize how much I had.
Yeah. I'm like just not wanting to read it though right now, because that I got a volume. If I sent you a picture of them, if you want to throw them up. My volume is fucking miscut on Amazon. I'm probably gonna keep it just because I like shit like that. But like my desire to read it is just dropped, even though it's not like.
I'm so confused how that happened.
Same,
because that means somebody put that in your packaging and was like, "Yeah, that's fine."
In my brain, I was like, maybe like a really sick character cut so hard, and that's like the joke. It's not the joke.
Did you get customer support for another one?
So no, because they're gonna make me return it, and I want to keep it. I'm gonna get
put a random ass book in there.
Do you think I have extras like that?
You can take my fucking Time Stop Hero.
Your blue locks.
Those are your blue locks.
Your blue locks.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
But I'll probably just buy a new one, then replace it, because I do have a couple of misprint volumes that I like.
Yeah.
Just like as a bit, volume 1 of My Monster Secret, volume 4 of Mashal, and then this. Kind of like they're all fucked up.
Yeah. I was just looking at my manga collection, looking around. I was like, damn, that grew. When did this grow?
Oh yeah.
Compared to
that's me every day.
This grew and I shrank.
Impressively.
Thank you.
Talking about the collection.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Crushing my books.
Crushing my books?
I imagine that one doing it.
Yeah, my books are right there.
Oh yeah, those are right there. Whatchamacallit? Yeah, Sakamoto Days needs a good anime.
Yeah.
That's
And these are like great shonen that I'm like, holy shit, they're gonna be fucking sick.
I don't know what everyone's fucking scared about, dude. Like the fact that Dandadan, Sakamoto Days, and Chainsaw Man is gonna be coming back, I assume.
Yeah. And like and like all these are like not only like good, they're like better than what's out now.
Bangers. All of them. Bangers.
Like I like, in my opinion, Demon Slayer was like,
it's a very good intro.
In my opinion, it's probably the best starter anime I've ever seen. In my opinion, if I want to get someone on anime, I'm going to start with Demon Slayer. Just because it's easy to get into, the storyline makes sense, and it's like fun and hype if you're not like, well, actually, which I am.
I can't recommend it because I haven't seen it.
Yeah,
so that's
I know
my thing.
you can't.
But I think I would agree with you, because it sounds like everyone just is so like easy. It's so easy to jump into. It's like that. Soul Eater, I think, is a very good intro.
I feel like
you get a little bit of the kind of
you have
weird
to know
tropes.
you have to know who you're recommending it to, or they have to be aware of the tropes, because Blair is in the first few episodes and she is a very attractive woman.
I think if you go in and you're just like, hey, anime tropes do exist. This is a really fun show. Has a female lead, which is like a little different. Because every character is very themselves, and I think it works really well. Black Star should not be as endearing as he is.
I fucking love Black Star.
Me too. His character should be way more annoying.
I really like Soul Eater just because I'm like, this is something where, unlike My Hero, where I actually,
at least,
yeah, I stopped collecting new manga, except for some books. I've actually been collecting light novels more.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just focusing on new old series, so I've got all the way up to 9 for Soul Eater. The standard editions, not the perfect ones.
Mm-hmm.
Just because I don't like hardcovers that are that long.
Yeah.
Obviously, I brought up, I'm already up to 11 deluxe volumes for Berserk. I'm 3 behind, and I might just grab those on my next paycheck.
Mm.
Um, I finished Rosario Vampire Series 2. That doesn't mean anything to you. I could have bought them in a fucking box set, and I'm so mad because I already had the first set
Yeah.
by the time I realized, and I'm like, whatever, man. I'm getting these really cheap.
Yeah. I'm so close to Full Metal. I only have 4 volumes left, which I'm very excited about. Because it's gonna look so nice when they're all there.
They do look nice,
I love the full. Like, God, this cost me a pretty penny,
but
but
it's a pretty penny.
pretty piece of fiction right there. And then sorry, I was editing Naruto Abridged because I was going in seeing what lines I want to redo and some shit.
Oh yeah.
But my favorite line has been, "Wow, Ruka, you're the best." Or wait, hold on. When Ruka's like, "Oh, we should get food," he's like, "Wow, Ruka, that's some real Joni shit right there."
I forgot about that.
Me too. I looked at that line and I fucking started crying because it's the way I said it. I was like, "Wow, Ruka, that's some real Jody shit right there." Holy shit. I need to go and redo a lot of those lines because my Naruto has changed quite a bit. My voice has developed a lot more.
Absolutely.
That Sasuke video got no love.
It was funny too.
I thought it was. It was an idea that I spitballed at you, and I just did it on my own.
Yeah, you were immediately like, and it's done.
Yeah, I did it all in a night because I just couldn't sleep, so I just like edited it together. My favorite part about that was the sound effects because those were all me.
These aren't in the right order.
They're not.
So for talking about manga that have an anime now, Notorious Talker actually has an anime now. It's 3 episodes out, and it is very clearly budget.
Yeah.
There are times where like the characters you will just see the end of a slash or something. So you will be looking, if you're not looking too hard, you'll be like, oh, it's fine.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm very picky about watching anime, so I'm like, that guy's mouth is the only thing moving on this screen.
Yeah.
And shit like that. I'm like, I was worried. I was like, wow, are people like not gonna like this because of this? And then I saw Blue Lock, and I went, oh, thank God. Whew, it could be worse.
I'm so sad about that. So somebody was like, oh, the first season, the animation was just as bad. And it is bad. It is not good animation.
Yeah, wasn't there like PS2 graphics?
However, I think what it is that there's more cuts.
Yeah.
And a lot more frames of like just different scenes. Sorry, not different scenes, different shots. And I think because of that, it looks better because it's cutting more often without that much movement.
Yeah.
Whereas it's just lingering on the same shot that's really pretty way too long in season 2. And I think that's really what it is.
What's like so shitty about that is the fucking art style in Blue Lock is amazing.
It deserves a bigger budget.
It's so fucking beautiful.
It was the highest selling sports manga in 2023. Why doesn't it have a bigger budget?
I feel so bad for the mangaka.
I feel bad for myself. That shit sucks.
Yeah, but you can buy it.
Huh?
You didn't buy it.
Well, I'm gonna buy the manga. I love the manga.
You're not gonna buy the box set of the fucking anime though.
If it has better animation, I might.
I guess
if the Blu-rays have better animation, fuck yeah, I might.
Any animation,
dude. I thought fucking. You know what's crazy? Is how Dragon Ball Super's animation was so bad. Like give Dragon Ball some better animation. It was bad.
I didn't watch it.
It was bad.
It's too much filler.
I hate that Dragon Ball Super. If you want to get the full story, you have to fucking like either watch some of the movies or watch the show because not everything's in the book.
Yeah, that's really annoying.
Yeah, it's such weird continuity.
But I'm fine with it, just because I don't mind the movies.
I would have been fine not reading the Frieza saga. I was fine not reading the Frieza saga. I just wish I didn't have to watch it.
In my opinion, it gave those movies like a purpose because the anime was already gonna redo them.
Broly was fucking sick though.
Yeah, Broly and Superhero. Oh, I don't know why they redid Superhero.
I don't know if they weren't gonna redo Broly, who I think probably would have been better adapting to the manga.
Yeah. So
however,
Vegeta didn't get fucking ganked for no reason.
That shit's so funny. That movie hoed Vegeta
for no reason.
No reason.
Vegeta hits final form Goku. I'm gonna start base.
Sorry, my favorite encounter that I've had playing Sparking Zero has been a Vegeta main against my Pan. My Pan is disgusting. And him going Super Saiyan Blue against Pan is the funniest shit ever to me. My Pan is gross.
I love to hear it.
Yeah. because Pan can do sick combos that Videl can't do, which makes sense. God, Pan was such a fumble in GT. I feel like Pan could have been such a cool character.
And she is in Super.
I like Super Fan. I do like Fan. I
like her and Piccolo when they interact. It's so fun.
So I was watching I was rewatching some of the Team 4-Star commentaries on GT. I think Lanny said like, "Oh yeah, you take Trunks out and put Piccolo in there. I think it's a perfect cast."
Absolutely.
And I was like, "That is a banger idea." I said that is an amazing idea. And I like Trunks. However, that Trunks
I don't like that Trunks.
That Trunks is not my Trunks.
That's not either of the Trunkses. That's just a different guy. He's not the Trunks or future Trunks.
Well, Z Trunks is a little kid who could have turned into that Trunks. But
he doesn't feel right. I feel like he would be more arrogant like his dad.
Yeah. I feel
He's
like they
fucking
don't
businessman.
I feel like they don't do enough with Trunks having the Bulma intelligence.
Well, they do it more in GT. They actually lean into it more in GT.
Mm-hmm.
But then they like completely undo what like Z showed, which was him like actually living with his father and like being a lot like him.
Yeah.
Which is like a little arrogant.
I think Bulma and Vegeta is such a crazy choice when reading through the story. An amazing one. They are just like built for they're just made for each other. They're because Bulma is like really shitty and she's the best for it. I think Trunks I like Trunks. I don't like Super Trunks. So what's funny? So Trunks in Sparking Zero, Future Trunks Z is just called Trunks Sword, Trunks Melee when he doesn't have it.
Right.
And then in Super Trunks, he's called Future Trunks. I'm sorry, they are all Future Trunks. I don't like Trunks and
which Trunks? Z
Super Trunks from the future.
Okay, future Super Trunks.
Alternate timeline Trunks.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
The blue hair Trunks.
Yeah. Weird change.
Yeah.
Weird change. Don't like it. His hair is blue in the game too. They kept that. And I was like, that bugs me.
Why? Why did they?
It doesn't make sense. Because they wanted him to match Bulma. Which I get it. But also his hair was purple in the anime. Just let him have purple.
Anyway.
But Trunks as a kid has purple hair.
Yeah, like putting them side by side, you're like, this is dumb.
Yeah. Yeah, it's annoying. I think that arc does no favors for Trunks. I think my thing is like, why make him suffer more? He could have just fucked off. And also, why not him being the tournament of power? Everything's on the line. Make an exception.
Roshi didn't need to be there, man.
Yeah.
Put normal Trunks in there.
Give Goten and Trunks the Patara earrings. Because you know they'll unfuse.
It's a 45-minute tournament.
You're right. It is. You're right. You're so right. Put them both in there. Take out frankly, Krillin and Roshi.
Wasn't Tien there?
Tien's there, but Tien is stronger.
Is Tien stronger than Krillin?
I think he is. And my reasoning is purely because Krillin, there's no world where he's holding semi-perfect Cell back. And I think had Tien not done that, I would have said like maybe Krillin. Tien comes out of nowhere.
Have them fight for it. Let us find out who is stronger.
Sick. I think Krillin being a tactician is worth it though.
Yeah, but like here's the thing.
They have gone for that.
Let them fight for who's that last spot.
Mm-hmm. I think if I'm planning it, I'm putting Krillin in there purely for his brain and the synergy with 18.
Yeah.
So if I were to take anyone out, probably take him over Tien. Tien is stronger, I think, in my opinion.
Wait. Now that I think about it, Goten and Krillin, or not Goten, Trunks and Krillin, Goten and Trunks were still like children shaped during this time, right?
Yeah.
Which is dumb.
Yeah. But they are, they shouldn't be. But, especially because we know that because of the future timeline.
Yeah.
I think that if you're going to, I think they should have brought them in regardless because they're so fucking strong. If you can't guarantee that they'll be able to fusion dance correctly, give them Patara earrings.
To be fair, they could have just thrown them in later, which they were planning to do.
Mm-hmm.
Because they didn't know fusion was allowed.
Yeah, until fucking Kaba. No. Kefla and Caulifla turned into Kaba.
No.
No, Kaba's the guy.
Correct.
What the fuck are their names? Kale and Caulifla?
Oh yeah, Kale and Kafla, and then they become Caulifla, don't they? I don't know, man.
I know he's cabbage.
Yeah, and she's Kale, and the other one's what? Kafka? Kalfa? I don't know her name.
I'll look it later. I don't remember.
The only one I like is Kaba.
I fuck with you swung me onto Kaba doing nothing. You made no persuasive arguments, and I went, I do like Kaba actually. Kaba mains still perplex me, but then again, I main Videl.
There you go. Anyway, we kind of turned into a Dragon Ball episode.
We have not talked to about Dandadan most of this podcast. Yeah. So consider this whatever you want to consider it.
The Bramble episode.
Yeah, we haven't recorded in months, so we want to. And you guys have been seeing episodes. That's how much we backlog.
Yeah.
In fact, the last episode you were like, I think Father's Day is next week. So that's how long we've been backlogged. But there was a reason for that. My short film was literally this close to being done. So
and then my work suddenly decided that my schedule didn't matter.
That is fucked. Yeah, that did happen.
I have finally got it allegedly resolved. Mm-hmm. They changed my schedule for this week specifically because they have to do it all by hand, but they can't do it all at once. So they're by hand.
I would stand there and watch them do it by hand. I'm going to go check on my grandpa. But thank you guys for watching this episode of Freedom and Scream. Done. Oh, yeah, you're right.
We're still talking about Notorious Talker.
Are we?
So the reception on the internet is actually like really nice. Everyone's like, oh, I like this. Oh, I didn't expect. And I was like, thank God. I was so worried that people. So spoilers for the first volume. He gets betrayed, and everyone's like, "Oh, I thought he was gonna be like the dickhead toward the party, but everyone's a dick." They're like, "Oh, I love this guy. I love this guy. I like his interactions with I forgot his name." They like it,
yeah,
and that's what matters. They like his interactions with the other characters, specifically the fucking brawny one whose name is escaping me right now because it's been a while.
I also forgot.
Walter.
With
Walter. They're like, man, I can't wait to see more adventures with him and Walter. Spoilers for the latest episode of the anime.
Walter was crucified.
Yeah, they crucified Walter.
They killed him.
But I'm like talking about the light novel. So I stalked Twitter. Getting to find the Twitter of the person who wrote this was difficult because I don't speak Japanese. But I finally found it, and I was like looking like, did this person mention Volume 5 at all? Because there's only 4 volumes of the light novel. And they're like, hey, Volume 5 is longer than Volume 4. And I went, that's all I needed to know. Literally, that means it still exists, because they posted this like a week and a half ago or something.
Yeah.
And then I thanked them for it, and then I liked my tweet, and I was like, they're alive. And then I brought that up to someone who asked about it in the light novel subreddit. They were like, this is the perfect light novel for me. I just finished Volume 1. I was like, hey, yeah, I've read through all 4 and I love it. I've been chomping at the bit waiting for Volume 5. And then someone replied to me, he's like, I think it's like, yeah, it's been since 2021. I think it's canceled. I was like, nope. I just literally stalked the Twitter. It's like fine. And like, I have like -1 downvotes. I have like downvotes on that. And I was like, what the fuck did I do? Like and then I looked it up. Every comment about Notorious Talker is downvoted. I think some group of people just hate this light novel series.
That's funny.
Yeah, and I love it. It like I fucked hard with light novels, but this specifically.
Yeah,
I'm just like I need more. Anyway, yeah. Things I'm planning to read more. Obviously, Notorious Talker, more Dandadan, absolutely. Sakamoto Days.
Anything you're looking to collect?
I'm collecting all these like that.
Oh, okay.
Like literally, I have Volume 6 all the way to 6 Dandadan, 13 to 12 to Sakamoto Days.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe 13. I don't remember. Obviously Berserk. And is there anything new I'm collecting? I don't think so. I think that's all the stuff I'm collecting right now. Oh, Frieren, if you count Frieren.
Yeah.
And Dress Up Darling.
Huh? You like said it so fast. Like, and Dress Up Darling. I I think my next, once I finish Sakamoto Days and Dandadan, catching up to them, obviously Full Metal. I think I'm gonna get more.
Blue Box.
No,
Toxic.
but I think I will get more Blue Box. More Apothecary Diaries.
I fucking love Apothecary Diaries. The last volume came out not too long ago, and I obviously got it because I there's some things that I collect on release, and that's just one of them.
Yeah.
And I fucking love it.
Yeah.
They finally stumbling into new territory that I'm like, oh. I also have the newest light novel. Have not opened it.
Mm-hmm.
Came out like months ago. Have not looked at it at all.
Mm-hmm. I think I also want to collect more Junji Ito because we read Uzumaki, which we will be talking about next week on Read 'em and Scream. Thank you guys so much for watching. My name is Davie. This has been my friend Esau, and I have to go check on my grandpa who's outside. All right, see y'all later. Bye.
Bye.